Hi empaths, welcome back to my channel and back to Journey Through the Tarot. We're talking about our week with the Six of Pentacles and introducing the history, symbolism, and divination of the Seven of Pentacles. This journey is inspired by Dirty and Divine, a transformative journey through the Tarot by Alice B. Grist. She spent a day with each card. We're doing a week and sometimes more. And we're getting a lot of our information from Robert M. Place. He's a Tarot historian. His book is called The Tarot, History, Symbolism, and Divination. And we are working with the Waite-Smith symbolism in the Rider Tarot deck. Looks like this. If you need any of those items, they're available in my Amazon store, linked in the description. Thanks for picking them up there. That helps me out. So let's get into our week with the Six. And if you'll recall, the divinatory meaning, this is a card about loaning, charity, equality, balance, giving and receiving, confident about what you have, confident about what you've earned, able to give back, presents, gifts, gratification, now is the accepted time, present prosperity, giving generously. It can be about helping out the less fortunate, right? Someone who's poverty stricken or in despair. And the cards build upon one another. So it can also be seen that the stinginess of the Five of Pentacles, the stinginess of the Four of Pentacles, where the man is grasping at the pentacles, leads to the loss and the desolation of the Five, right, of the people outside the church, feeling left out, in poverty, out in the cold, forgotten about. And then the Six is attempting to bring some balance back, giving back. And interestingly, I think it's a perfect actualization of that archetype. I did my taxes and I was relieved to see I got a return, which I wasn't sure about. It was a weird year, as it was for probably many of you. As far as finances and, but it turns out that a lot of the stimulus money and things weren't, I was on unemployment for some of the year, that it wasn't taxed, some of that stimulus money. So that was really a relief, because I wasn't sure about that. Because I did receive a tax form in the mail, and it looked like I might have to claim it. So I was a little worried about that, but it turned out I didn't have to. And then so I'm getting a little bit of a return, which is a really good feeling. And I feel like perfect week for that. It does seem like, that makes sense. I guess I'm one of the people getting the crumbs there in the card. I also felt like there was some balance internally for me, as far as feeling like I needed to strive for something outside of me. I felt like I owned more of, I guess, my authority and wisdom and education that, I've put myself through, and that I did a lot less seeking. I did a lot of, brought my diet into balance, eating a lot of greens and berries and things that are antioxidants, a lot of fiber, and maintaining that for most of the week, and then really eating foods that I enjoy and bring me pleasure on other occasionally, right? So that feels like a good balance to me for now. It is about balance, it is about sort of this internal and external balancing. my best friend was finally in a place in his life where he felt like he was at home enough to be able to care for an animal, so he just adopted a pet. I think it's a black lab, but he's going to do a DNA test to really see the breed. And his name's Puma. He's so cute. He's the cutest thing. They already adore each other. You can tell from the pictures and videos. And I felt like that could be something that came outside of me related to the card. You know, finally being in a place where, you know, you're in a place of balance, that you can give back, you can give, you know, some of your extra to an animal, right? Care for an animal, have a space and a home, and, you know, provide food and shelter and all of that to an animal. So I thought that was really beautiful. And one of my favorite things, because he watches a neighbor's dog, and that dog just loves him, is in love with him. So he's really great with animals. So it's nice that, and he's always had fish, so it's kind of nice that he has something that, and although they're really they have interesting personalities, I think a dog is something like he can take on walks and be even more of a companion for him. So so that was really cool. That happened this week. So my mentor's first ever run of her practitioner development program, teaching the radiant human meditation, which is her, you know, during her Kundalini awakening, this is one of the modalities that came to her to really support empaths, artists, healers, anyone suffering from trauma, to really heal, you know, from the effects of all of those things, and really take control of your frequency. And the practitioner development program is going to teach you how to do that for yourself, and also guide other people into the process. And I'm in the training. It starts Sunday, April 25th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's once a month for 6 months. And then there's also practice sessions and other things that will be available to really help develop you. It is, I'll link it in the description in case you're interested. With my code Rachel2021, if you use my code, she is offering me a generous compensation for recruiting anybody in my audience, because whenever we collaborate, she just acknowledges how incredible the people in my audience are. And I'm still in developing something that I feel like is worthwhile. I don't want to just throw something out there. And I've been working on stuff for a very long time. I just feel like finding something that's really mine, I feel like that's part of what this program is going to help me discover. It's part of the goal of the program. And the one-on-one sessions make more sense because there's something to focus on, which is the energy field of the client, and all the tools that I've studied with subtle energy and, you know, consciousness and the psyche and how it operates. I feel more confident about working with that one-on-one, because then there's something for me to focus on and to feel out. As far as a group, I know that I could do something, but it's sort of just like, well, what would make it stand out? Just the fact that it's me doing it instead of someone else. Like, I'd want to really cater something. So I've had a million ideas in the air, and I still feel like it's working itself out. Part of me knows it's going to be a guided journey probably in trance. I love working with the unconscious, going maybe into a deeper trance and guiding somewhere to your deeper wisdom, something like that. And maybe even working with the tarot symbolism. I think that might come into play as well. You know, and that's just me thinking about it now, what wants to show up. It's constantly evolving. I do kind of just need to grab at it and actualize it and bring it down into manifest form, physical form. So I think that's what we're leading into here in the Pentacle suit. So that's also something I'm excited about, that, you know, all those things that were ideas and then sensations and feelings, maybe even expectations, can be transformed into something in the physical form. So I'm excited about that maybe taking shape as we move into the next card, next few cards even. And I feel like this card is also about making a decision about which character in this card I want to be, right? Do I want to be the person who is at the whim of the giver? You know, if this person is moved to give, do I want to be like, well, thank you, government, for providing that, you know what I mean? Or do I want to put myself out there, which may feel vulnerable, but eventually empower myself to be in the position of the giver? And of course, I can see myself in all these people, right? The person's still waiting, the person receiving, maybe not quite enough, but it's something to give hope. And then the person who has achieved something and has something to give and offer, who wants to bring balance because they have more than enough. I think I've been all of those people. Maybe that speaks to the manifestation process as well. You find that when things are then in balance, that you're called to give, you're called to step up, and that, you know, things come from sharing. So yeah, I also just set up, transferred some funds into an investment account, because I had been seeking like a savings account that would yield interest, and there's just nothing really that great out there. So I started looking into investing a while ago, and I finally opened an investing account. I had been looking into all kinds of different things. Some were more risky than others, and I decided to just go maybe a safer route with my brother's advice. Not that he knows everything, but he always really researches. He has a similar mind as mine that just wants to know and is always researching and finding, you know, the newest information, and also will acknowledge what he doesn't know. So I tend to trust that. And so I opened the account and I just transferred some funds. It takes a couple of days, so I think it will get into my account tomorrow. And then I'll be able to use it, do whatever I want with it, invest in certain things. So I'm excited about that. It feels like a very adult move. It's not something I've really thought about before. Well, I've thought about it, but I just really didn't know anything about it. So I decided to educate myself on it, and following my brother's lead. And I had ideas this week come up about creating things Because I always feel like when I set on the fact that I'm a facilitator or practitioner or a healer or a guide for other people, the inner artist in me kind of gets agitated and is like, wait a minute, why aren't you creating though? So I don't know if it was last week or this week that on my breaks, for some of them, instead of feeling like I needed to eat to get more energy on my work breaks, I was singing and dancing, and that would give me a lot of energy, help me kind of reset and get ready to come back and refocus. That felt really good. Like I felt really energized by that. I have been walking outside. I took a nice long walk today. It was really warm. It's really starting to warm up. So that's a great feeling. I'd rather have the air conditioner on than the heater. So I'm excited about that move into the warmer season. Yeah, and I'm excited for this program to begin this coming weekend. So I think that's about it for me. Let me know what's going on for you. What happened with the Six of Pentacles? Anything interesting? Did you see that actualizing in your world or internally, right? Did you find that sharing brought balance to you or yielded more abundance for you because you shared something? Or did you find yourself loaning or paying back something? Or did someone loan you something? Or did you receive gifts, right? So let me know in the comments. And let's get into the 7. I'm excited. So looking at the history and symbolism of the 7 of Pentacles, according to Robert M. Place, a man rests on his hoe and admires the fruits on his vine, which are depicted as 7 pentacles. Waite mistakenly calls the man's hoe a staff, and therefore interprets him as looking at the pentacles with desire. The addition of the hoe suggests that the man is actually a farmer who has worked to cultivate the pentacles, and he is now ready to enjoy the fruits of his labor. This card represents profit, reward, and a welcomed rest. And what might it mean if this card shows up in a reading for divinatory reasons? Investments, saving seeds, planting, cultivated, not working, seeking what's grown, evaluation, valuing what you've planted, pause in action, seeing fruits from labor. A young man leaning on his staff looks intently at 7 pentacles attached to a clump of greenery on his right. One would say that these were his treasures and that his heart was there. These are exceedingly contradictory. In the main, it is a card of money, business, barter, but one reading gives altercation, quarrel, and another innocence, ingenuity, purgation. Alice B. Griffith's intuitive meaning: appreciating the benefits of your successes thus far, stepping back and recognizing the distance gained. You have come far. Be a little in awe of all you can reap from your experiences and efforts. And then looking at the Biddy Tarot at Bridget's meaning, long-term view, sustainable results, perseverance, investment. The 7 of Pentacles shows you understand the value of putting in time and energy now for long-term rewards and have a strong desire to invest in sustainable results. You are not looking for quick wins. You also want to make sure you are putting your attention on the right areas instead of wasting time and effort on tasks that will not deliver any value. When this card appears in a tarot reading, see it as an invitation to step back from the day-to-day operations and look at the bigger picture. Celebrate what you have created and assess your progress so far. Are you on track? Are you focused on the right tasks for your goal? Similarly, if you are planning for the future, The Seven of Pentacles encourages you to take a long-term view and assess where you can best invest your time and energy for the maximum output. You do not want to keep putting your heart and soul into something if you won't reap the rewards for your work. And you've undoubtedly seen that some areas in your life are just energy sappers. If you have been working hard or putting the extra effort into something challenging and important for the last few months, the endeavor or project is near its culmination. Rest assured your hard work will pay off. You are likely to see financial or other tangible rewards for all of your hard work. Sometimes, however, the Seven of Pentacles can indicate frustration with slow results. You've been laboring away at something important, and you may feel concerned that your efforts will go unrewarded. Be patient and appreciate the progress you have made so far. If your work has not yet paid off as planned, remember that your expectations may be unreasonable. There are no guarantees. Be grateful, focus on the present, and do what you can with what you have. So that's what we're looking forward to this week with the Seven of Pentacles. So let's use the frosted crystal singing bowl to integrate further our experiences with the Six of Pentacles in that week, and kind of closing the gap of any shadow qualities, things we weren't owning, and calling in with the sound, setting out intentions to have synchronicities that deepen our understanding for the Seven of Pentacles. You might want to close your eyes and get in touch with your breath. Beautiful. Coming back to the room in your own time. So excited to be moving on to the Seven. Thank you so much for liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want a personal session or to donate to the channel or sign up to the newsletter, those links will be in the description of this video. Check out Shelley's practitioner development training for the Radiant Human Meditation. Just click on the link and look at the page to see if you have any interest in it at all. The work's really fascinating. It provides amazing alchemical results. And you can use my code Rachel2021, even if you choose not to sign up. If you're in my Empath Alchemy class, the one I did with Shelley, put Empath Alchemy as the code. You'll get a little bit of a discount for being experienced as a practitioner. All right, so I'm excited for this week ahead. I hope this journey is going well for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, Empath.